You're listening to the DTF podcast, Down to Fitness, where we turn personal trainers into fitness professionals. We're your hosts, Dayton McPherson and Kyle Radune. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the DTF podcast. Kyle, I got to tell you, I've got this new coach who is a rock star. He has done, I think, 10 or so, we call them healthy starts, our new member onboarding, and he has sold every single one of them. And
every single one,
at least 1 time a week hours, but most of them doing twice or 3 time a week hours. And he had no previous sales experience at all. He worked at a college and like high school training gym. He's just got like athletes, like kids that play sports and stuff. So those parents just walk in and spend the money, and he just trains them and everything like that. And I was like, dude, how are you doing this? You're so good. And his response, I had a good teacher. Little shameless plug for myself there, but
hey.
I mean, he follows what you and I crafted and created with Health Tracks University and the steps and the processes, and it's working out for him. His retention is really great. He trains all of his people. They love him, and hopefully they stay for a really long time. So good job, Justin.
That's awesome. Way to go, Justin. Does Justin listen to the podcast yet?
I know he's listened to a couple episodes. When I hired him, I made him listen to some specific ones, but I don't think he's a regular follower yet. Yeah, that's part of the new member onboarding, new trainer onboarding, is you need to go listen to episodes 3, 7, and 12.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we hybrid that. So I guess now that all the folks at your company are listening, hi guys, miss y'all, love y'all.
I know Danielle Spiro listens, and I know that some of her team members listen too. So we appreciate you guys. Hopefully you're getting some good information out of the podcast, and you can take it and, train lots of people and get lots of information that you can take on to your careers and makes lots of money.
Actually, shout out to Danielle, because I know she's always been the tribe rock star. So she was always the small group, like kicks ass. And I know she commented a couple of our small group training reels, and she always has something really awesome to say. So
yeah, Danielle's great.
Love you, Danielle.
I tried to call her, this episode is premiering weeks down the road. I tried to call her the other day, and she's like, I can't jump on right now. I'm on the phone. Can I call you back later tonight? I was like, we'll just catch up next week. So I got to call her.
All right. So with, we kind of started talking about new clients. So this week's episode, we wanted to talk about the new client journey. So a new client comes in, they meet for their consultation, they sign up. Now they're a new client. Do they just show up, to their workouts every week, or is the trainer providing them any other kind of coaching outside the workouts? Like, what does this journey really look like from signing me up to getting the results I was looking for, a year down the road?
And I think this is something that a lot of gyms miss the opportunity on, is they always just are looking for that sale, and good job. Now they're going to come into their personal training sessions, and hopefully they stay for a long time and we see that renewal. We talked about a few weeks ago with what happens when they don't invest in personal training. Like, what does that journey look like with calls and touch points and things? But then this one is more important, because these people are spending money in your gym. So how can we continue to make them spend that money plus more money after that? It's members investing and giving us more revenue per member. That's our number one thing that we look for. I would rather have 1,000 members buying product or services in my gym than 5,000 members in my gym who don't do personal training, who don't do this. The money may be the same that I'm getting, but I can focus on those 1,000 people a lot more than I can try to get those 5,000 to invest in things. So typical member journey or new client journey, yes, they come in, they sign up for their membership. Then immediately we want to book their new member onboarding. I've heard them called jump starts, kickoff session, whatever that you might call them in your gym. Go through that service with them, and then hopefully that they invest in a personal training program. Yes, we want them to do all their sessions, come to all their sessions. But in my experience, what I've seen is that member comes in for their session with the personal trainer, they do their workout, and then there's no communication or anything outside of that. And it just becomes you're a personal trainer training them for 1 to 3 hours a week. And that's not beneficial, because they probably won't see as much results if we could provide them with that journey. So here's what the journey typically for me looks like. And we can discuss the pieces of it as we go. I just want to give everybody the flow. So yes, they come in, they sign up for their personal training program. We give them a new client welcome packet. There's things in there that say like the 5 keys to success with working with a trainer. We give them a t-shirt. We give them a water bottle. We give them information about dot fit and all this stuff. A lot of it's paper, but they get a take home after that. It's just nice. It's a welcome. What we want to do.
Pause you there because I do want to dive into this welcome packet, but I'll let you finish your list.
All right. Yeah.
But the take home, you mentioned that like the touch, people just bought something. Now in personal training, they buy a dream, they buy a goal. It is not physical. They can't touch anything. All they have so far is a big hole in their bank account and no goals achieved. They haven't learned an exercise. They haven't sweat. They haven't lost a pound, and they're out $1,000.
Right.
There is something about going home with a product to say, I am part of this training program now. So that welcome letter, that packet, and we'll break down the packet in a minute. But I wanted to really highlight that, like, you are giving them something that they paid for. And it seems so stupid because it's a couple dollars of paper, but it absolutely makes someone feel good.
Yeah. And, with us being a studio at my location, we can do the t-shirt. We can do the water bottle. If you're in a big box gym that gets really expensive, I'm not telling you to shell out $3,000 every single month in t-shirts for all your new people that are coming in. So just,
and again, if you have that many new clients, you got the money.
Yeah, probably. So now we start crafting workouts for them. Typically what I'll tell coaches is first 4 to 6 weeks, it's just all band and body weight stuff. Like, don't start having people do barbell back squats and barbell deadlifts when they can't even get off of a chair correctly. Focus on the fundamental parts of fitness first. The 7, let's see if I can name them. It's a little early in the morning. You got push, pull, squat, hinge, lunge, rotate, carry. Did I get them?
Yep, yeah, you got it.
Focus on those things at first. And what we do after that 4 to 6 weeks is another reassessment. We will go put them back on the in-body, maybe. And then what I'll do is I'll make them do their very first workout again to see how they've improved. And we can make that measurable, be like, wow, the first time that we did this, you couldn't do it without pain in your knee or your shoulder. Now you have no pain. And they start seeing, oh, the investment, like Kyle said, is worth it now because I'm being reassessed and I can see everything that's going really well. After we do the assessment and we look at their in-body too, that second one, I will begin talking about nutrition with them and booking their nutrition counseling session. That comes complimentary to all of our new clients. You get one of them. I don't do that right in the beginning. And we'll talk about this in a little bit more because I don't want to information overload them. And Kyle asked me this before we started the episode, so we'll discuss that. Then we start morphing into harder programs to do for them. There's communication outside of the gym. Are you doing this? Are you doing that? How you feeling? All that good stuff. If you're a brand new coach, you should be having lots of touch points with your people. I then morph into asking for referrals as I go. That's usually like 2 to 3 months out. You've built up that relationship, that rapport, start asking for referrals. After that, it's probably 3 to 6 months that I will begin writing workouts for them to do on their own without me being in the gym. I won't do it right away because I want to make sure that they're safe, number one. And I want to make sure that they're committed and they want to see those results and they will come into the gym on their own. Because if I'm writing you workouts on your off days and you're not doing it, what a dang waste of time that is for me. You got to prove to me you're going to do it. And I won't do it right off the bat. So there's our member journey. And yes, you just keep repeating that stuff as you go. Then you do your in-body another 4 weeks. And then you can start talking about stretching and doing small group training. So you're just getting this person to invest in a program first. And then I want you to invest in other portions of my gym as well to see those results. So there's a little bit of background about our member journey.
Yeah. And I love that because they're incremental steps to make them continuously involved and engaged in the program without overwhelming them. And I think you did something really nice there where, you mentioned it with the nutrition. You're giving them the packet, kind of sets that tone for, hey, we're going to do all this different stuff. It sets the expectation. Usually, actually, let's break that down. So let's go back to the beginning of your list. You have this packet. Yeah. What is in the packet?
So there is just like a a welcome letter that says, here are like the 5 things that are going to help you with your success. And it says things like, be communicative with your coach. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, like reach out to them. The other one is talks about like motivation. The next one talks about like being in pain. If you're ever in pain, like things like that is what it goes through. And then like I sign them at the bottom and kind of welcome myself. Then there is just some referral pieces that are in there. Like if you ever have a friend that wants to come in, like we do offer complimentary appointment with them. You do get to have some money off of your program if you bring us in somebody. Very quick information about our .fit supplements that are in there. Nothing about nutrition. It just says, hey, we have these products. These are typically what we recommend for our clients to take. Like nothing crazy. Multivitamin, usually aminos or creatine, and then also protein. And that's it. And then the other thing that's in there is there's also the business card of the coach that they're working with and my business card too. So it's nothing crazy.
But what it is it's setting the expectation so that the client never has to feel confusion around what they're about to, the endeavor that they just signed up for. Right. So the whole purpose of this is they sign up. And if you didn't have that new client packet, I kind of think of like that worst case scenario. I sign up, you take all my money, I go home. Now what? I'm sitting at home and I'm like, well, when's my first appointment? And you scheduled that first appointment. So now 3, 4, 5 days go by, you show up for your first appointment, you don't know where to go, you don't know who you're looking for. Yes, you've met this person before, but maybe you forgot their name was Dayton. So now they walk up to the front desk and like, I have a training session. They're already nervous. I'm assuming this is like a new person, right?
Yeah. Yep.
They're a little nervous. They're new to your gym. They're new to you. They don't know what to expect. There's a lot of this like unnerving feeling around fitness. And I think us fitness professionals forget that because we look at the gym like it's our backyard and our home. Like we put our feet up and we're so comfortable there. It is a very uncomfortable place for most people. So things like a welcome packet with all the information. I've even seen people have like layouts of their gym so that they know where the bathrooms and the locker rooms are, where the weight room is, and where the group fitness room is. So you have that little tour, list of amenities. In my welcome packet, I like to give them a list of things to show up with on their first session. Make sure, you have a bottle of water and you're wearing sneakers and loose fitting pants. Those things sound stupid, but they are so relaxing to people that are reading it that are a little anxious about getting started. Now, a lot of this stuff doesn't even matter if you are working with like student athletes or people that have been around fitness or they're in sports. But when we're talking about Gen Pop in the gyms, this is kind of the stuff that we see. So they get this welcome packet. They're onboarded. They're excited about their first session. They start working out. Now, you mentioned you don't go over any nutrition stuff in the beginning. And this is something I did want to talk about because in my opinion, I think trainers sign up a new client and they throw everything at them. In order to see success, I need you drinking more water. We need to stop eating fast food. We need to stop eating brownies before bedtime. I need you to show up to the work, not only to work out with me 3 days a week, but now I need you to hit 10,000 steps every single day. On your lunch breaks, you're going to go outside. In the morning, I want you to get sunlight in your eyes, and I want you to have a bedtime routine. And you're like,
I don't even do all those things.
Just kill me now.
Yeah.
So
it's such a lifestyle change for them even to come in and join a gym. So why am I going to then pile it on and be like, oh yeah, fitness is a lot more than lifting some dumbbells. Let's get them lifting those dumbbells first and being committal to that before I start hammering you with nutrition and sleep and the sunlight thing and taking supplements and all that. Like they've already made a big change in their life. So get them to invest the time and energy into that. Then in 30 days, we'll start discussing nutrition, sleep habits, water, all that good stuff. Like I'm not trying to overload your brain and then you short circuit like a robot.
And this is where you want to see success in your clients. And this is probably a little bit of a side tangent, but I always add and I never take away. What I've learned over these many years is that people don't like to be told they can't do things. So I like to add. So if they signed up for personal training, well, they just added exercise to their life. They are already headed in the right direction. The next thing I might do is add something super simple. Just now I rattled off 20 things.
Right.
Now you can pick one of those things.
Yep.
Maybe it's the, walking at lunchtime 3 times a week for 10 minutes. Like things that people can do easily, and you're adding on. Drink more water. I know a lot of people in like the bodybuilding world, like, oh, if you drink a gallon of water a day, you'll lose fat. Like, that's not why I tell my people to drink more water. When you drink more water, you're more full. If you're more full, you're less likely to snack.
Right.
If you are drinking more water, you're more likely to get up and go to the bathroom a couple more times a day. So for me, if I tell you, hey, I want you to try to drink a gallon of water, do whatever else you normally did, but try to fit in a gallon of water. When they fill in the gallon of water, they don't reach for like, the
cookie,
the cookie jar at work or in the middle of the afternoon, or they're well hydrated so that it gets rid of cravings. So like as a trainer, you're smart enough to know what little behavioral things can change multiple improvements towards their goals. So something like I said, the water, I just knocked out 3, 4, 5 ways I can improve their life and take away, but I didn't take away anything to them mentally. I added.
Right.
And they're like, oh,
that'll
told me I can eat all the cookies I want. Just make sure I had a gallon of water. And you will see success that way. So again, not overwhelming them, making them feel like this is easier than they ever thought it would be possible.
Yep. Coaches just get too much in the weeds of wanting just to do personal training and then see you later, goodbye. Like the good coaches will make sure that they are consistently having these conversations with people. The other thing that I mentioned as well is when I start off writing workouts, make sure that you're doing like 4 to 6 week cycles. That's my preference. I'm not telling Kyle if he doesn't do that he's wrong. Maybe Kyle does a 12-week. It's fine. Just find what works best for you. And I always start off with body weight or band exercises. TRX is really good. So something that is easy, just like when we talked about our complimentary onboarding session, healthy start, jump start, whatever they call it. The exercises that we teach them are easy so that they feel like they can do it and do it well. Nobody ever wants to be bad at something. We'll get to the hard stuff later, but right now we're just trying to make you move and make you move around. After that cycle is done, I will go back to the very first workout that we did and have them do it again to see how much they've improved. And that to me speaks volumes, because if you're a good coach, you write your workouts down. All right. Don't just come up with them off the top of your head. I can refer back to that first workout that we did and then make sure that I'm congratulating and reminding them like, hey, we did 12 squats, your very first workout, and you had a lot of pain in your knee. Now we just did 12 squats. You have no pain. That's an improvement. You're building muscle. Your joints are becoming lubricant. You're doing the correct form. They see value in that, but they don't feel it. You have to tell them like, you were here, now you are here. Because again, they just get into, oh, I just do whatever Kyle and Dayton say when I go into the gym. They don't recognize how much weight is on the bar, how many reps that they've done at that weight. We do, and we got to tell them.
They also don't realize the results they've already achieved.
Right.
And this coaches, I'm looking at coaches right now, not the general public. I'm looking at coaches. Most of us got into this industry because we have some kind of body image issues. We were overweight, or we were underweight, or we went to the gym 2-3 times a day to better ourselves, because not really because we wanted to be healthier. As an older adult now, yes, that's why I exercise today. But if you told me why I started at the gym, it was because I didn't want to be the fat shit. All right. So we as trainers already have that kind of mentality around this. So it's just I like to remind clients, or like remind other people, that we are not normal. Our clients, we want to try to get them onto like a healthy journey. They don't need to do all the extreme things that we did. They don't need to go pounding protein shakes and eating chicken and broccoli out of containers and doing some of like the wild shit that we would maybe do. And I think a lot of us turned into personal trainers and then right away would just hammer our clients with like, all right, this is the meal plan. You're going to be on 1,800 calories a day. We're going to work out 3 times a day. Or what is that? Like a 75 hard. Like,
oh yeah. Yep. No one's going to follow that if they're new to fitness. Sorry.
It gets me all worked up. And my point is like, start easy, start slow. Every little thing will help them. And I got sidetracked. I got distracted there. But the thing about the results is that you absolutely, when you were losing weight, you lost 10 pounds, and then you look yourself in the mirror and you go, well, I need to lose 10 pounds. Like, I already lost 10 pounds. You didn't reward yourself because we have that kind of mentality around it. So these folks, probably very similar, they don't always see that they lost 10 pounds. They don't see that they look so much better. So having a workout and a test and a retest where it's like you took 5 minutes off of your workout time. Do you realize how much more in shape you are?
Right.
You put 50 pounds on that deadlift, right? So testing and retesting is so important to show success.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I guess then after that, some just side note things. I don't know if this is really part of the member journey. It's more for us. So asking for referrals down the road too. We've mentioned that before, but I don't do it right off the bat. Make sure that you have that rapport and relationship before I start asking, and you're going to have to ask multiple times. It's not one time and then someone is going to give you 5 new clients. This is not going to happen. And then writing workouts for them is a down the road thing because, again, safety. And I want to make sure that you will actually be committed to doing those workouts when you come in on your own. And if you aren't coming in on your own and I'm writing workouts for you, that doesn't work for either of us. So that's basically my member journey. And then you just keep repeating the process over and over and over again. You restart back at your assessment. Maybe you're not doing every 30 days now. Maybe it's every 60 or 90 days if they've been with you for years and years and years. You redo their next 4 to 6 week cycle. You redo their nutrition. And now we're talking about supplementation and getting them to invest in those things. And then we ask for more referrals, and then we write more workouts. Oh, and then we go back to the top again. So it's just this continuous cycle of 30, 60, 90, and you just go, go, go.
And I think, and we didn't touch on it a lot, but the assess and reassess, you mentioned like the workout time or like the weight, but those 30, 60, 90 day like check-in and reassessment type deals, whether those are like, some people do measurements, some people do weights, some people do progress pictures, like whatever you and your client have decided is your way of measuring. It's really important to kind of recircle back and keep checking in on them, because the other thing too is, while you're working out, you might chat a lot and you're going to get to know your client, but their goals change. And sometimes we don't always ask them if they have a new goal after 2 or 3 months. If someone's got 50 pounds to lose and you've lost 25, you'd be surprised how many of those people actually don't really want to focus on the last 20 pounds. They want to focus on getting stronger now because they learned all these cool things and they no longer are hyper focused on what the scale says, or they felt empowered by all the weightlifting. And now they don't care about that number on the scale. They're like, I want to be able to do X, Y, Z. So these check-ins and updates on their goals and conversations do, improve your relationship and your ability to serve them as a client.
It's just continuous conversations that we want to have, but marking them for when to do it is important. You just don't want it naturally to come up. You should put notes in your phone or notes in their program, whatever that it might be, to give you a reminder to do this stuff. We just can't be personal trainers during the hours that they're coming in and seeing us. We have to actively do all this other stuff to be good fitness professionals.
And if you're like me, I have pretty much all of my clients on the same monthly cycles. So on the mid-month weeks 2-ish, like the week of the 15th, or when I do all my check-ins for all my people. So every single month when I go into that week, I have all my notes and stuff prepared. So I can knock out all of them and I don't forget. Because if you have different check-in dates for all your different clients, you're always doing a check-in somewhere. And I like to just compile them all into like the same week of the month.
Perfect.
So
I'm good, man. I think that was a good, quick one. So remember, come up with a member journey for yourself. I'm not telling you that you have to do it exactly like this, but this will allow you to retain more of your current clients so that they have a great experience, and then they'll send you referrals after that.
Thank you.
Awesome.
See you next week.
Bye.